We live and we back, yes sir, y'all. Welcome back to the Golden Goose DFS show. I am your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose, and you know what it is, man. I'm here today to bring you another edition of my starting five for DraftKings and FanDuel, alright? But before we do that, y'all know it's the lineup review where I go over my starting five from the previous day's slate, just chopping it up with y'all, showing y'all how I did and why we played what we played, all right? So we're going to get right into that. So please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, turn your notification bell on, baby, so you know when the videos dropping, you can be here rocking with us every day, man. Listen, I give it to y'all 24/7. I don't take weekends off. You get videos Monday through Sunday with me, man. NBA season is my favorite fantasy sport. We going to be here every game for y'all, man, all right? I lied a little bit. If you smaller slates, I might not do a video. 2 game slate stuff like that, I'm probably not gonna do a video. But y'all know what I mean. Let's get into it, man. My lineup review yesterday. It's not much to talk about single entry. I told y'all I'm keeping it light, man. It's early in the year. Listen, if you haven't won yet, just relax, breathe easy, man. You're 3 days into the NBA season. It's a long. I think it's like 167 days of basketball, something like that. You're only 3 days in, man. So take it easy, breathe. Don't be getting stressed out if you haven't won yet. I told y'all keep it light until you kind of figure out how everything's gonna go. All right. It was a rough night for us last night. That's gonna happen, especially when you try to fade the chalk the way I did, and the chalk goes off. Man, I wanted to. You see right here, this is my best line. I've been coming in money. 244, $40 single entry. I wanted to get away from the chalk somewhat. I did have some chalky pieces in here, if you can see my lineup, but I knew Dinwiddie, Kuzma, when the Dinwiddie, Kuzma, Sabonis, Christian Wood, all those guys were coming in very high on, and all of them went off. So when the chalk hits like that, man, if you don't got a piece of it, you're gonna be behind the 8 ball. I didn't really have a piece of it in this lineup. I tried to fade the chalk a little bit. As you can see, I thought I had some good spots to get away from some of it. It just didn't pan out how I thought. So if you caught the updated starting five yesterday for DraftKings, you know I went with James Harden, Fred VanVleet, Jeremy Lamb, Brandon Ingram, and Allen right here for the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right, let's start at the top with James Harden, 9,400. I guess he's just taking a back seat to KD. I don't know. KD is definitely the man over there, but Harden hasn't. Just watching the game, I don't know. He's not been as aggressive as I like. He's looking to pass first. He's trying to be a true point guard for this Nets team right now with no Kyrie. So I think that's probably hurting his fantasy ceiling. But got him at 19%. I feel like he was in a great spot against Philly to have a big game. He gave us right at 44 DK points. Not nearly enough for last night. I think the winning score was like 414 or some crazy like that. Definitely not enough when you got guys like Brogdon outperforming you. So definitely hurt right here. I thought this would be a bounce back spot for Harden. He can give us a big performance. Didn't quite work out in my favor, all right? Coming in at shooting guard, Fred VanVleet. As the day went on, man, a lot of good plays opened up. And guys, and I noticed the ownership going to other spots. I still thought Van Vliet was a very, very good player. This 6,900 price tag in his Boston matchup. But he didn't need to do much as guys like Scotty Barnes, Precious Achua gave you big performances. He didn't even take but like 10 shots, so I guess he kind of took a back seat in his blowout to Boston right here. Boston undoubtedly probably a little tired legs from that overtime game with the Knicks. Um, he only gave us 37 points right here at 22% ownership. I was expecting at least 40 plus from him at this 6,900, but didn't quite go that way. Another tough spot that didn't work out in our favor. Coming in at small forward, Jeremy Lamb, 3,700. Just try to get different with my chalk. I knew he should be in line for at least about 25 minutes, and 3,700 land with 25 minutes. He's their scorer off the bench right now, especially with this shorthanded Pacers team. And if you've been playing fantasy basketball for a while, you know Lamb can fill it up. He can get hot and really give you a barn burner. So I took a chance right here at 3,700. He just gave us 18 DK points, not nearly enough, but had him at 2% ownership. The ownership was good, just didn't get a good enough performance from him. Power forward Larry Markin in here. I just got too cute right here. Just got too cute. 5,200. I felt like he was in line. I felt like with no Darius Garland over there. We saw him start the first game and approach 30 minutes. I feel like there'll be a few more shots opening up for him. And if he's another guy who can shoot the ball well. If he gets hot, he definitely will continue shooting. But he only gave us 23 DK points, man. That's 6% on right here, 5,200. Definitely needed more from him. All right, my center play, Jared Allen. This one really hurt. I was really on Jared Allen once I got into the slate and got to breaking it down. I felt like this was the matchup for him. A fast-paced game, should be a lot of shots, a lot of transitions, a lot of drives. I felt like this bode well for him to give you a nice double-double and pick up a few blocks. The thing that hindered us here is he got in early foul trouble and just never quite got in the flow of the game. He picked up two quick ones, had to go to the bench, came right back in and got a third one. So he just never really got that involved in the game. But we had him at 2% on, man. If he could have just stayed on the court and got in good rhythm, man, 40 plus right here would have went a long way for Jared Allen. I thought he was another guy that would get 40 plus for me, right? But only 18 DK points. Foul trouble hindered us there, so we'll take that L, all right? Coming in at my guard, that's where I went to a little of the chalk, man. Suggs right here for the Orlando Magic. Going against the New York Knicks. Came in at 30% on, but very solid play at this 4K. I just went back, looked at the first game, saw he was involved, saw he was trying to score. That's the most important thing I look for, especially with value guys like guards and stuff that are not bigs. I look at their shot attempts. Are they trying to score? Like it's a difference between. Cause some guards you got in there, they play 30 minutes, but they might take 6 shots. You gotta hope they very efficient. But Suggs took double-digit shot attempts. He looked like he was trying to find his offensive game in the first game, so I had no problem going to him right here, and it paid off for us. Got him at 30%, like I said, a little chalky, but right at 38 DK points, almost 10x this 4K price tag. You gotta love that. The other member of the core, Brandon Ingram, 7,500. I'm just gonna continue to play Brandon Ingram. He is the man. I told you with no Zion, that they keep getting blowed out though. Hopefully he'll get in a good matchup here soon, and it could be a closer game. He can get that closing run. But 48, very solid from him. Got him at 16% on. I definitely take that from Brandon Ingram. And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. I tried to get another piece of the chalk here, and of course, the other piece I got failed, but 46%. I don't know what happened here, Shay. They just got hammered by the Houston Rockets. I did not see that coming. I don't think anybody saw this game being a blowout. I felt like it would be high scoring back and forth, but undoubtedly Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's poor performance led to the blowout. Well, had a part in it. I ain't gonna say led to it, but had a part in it. If he performs better, we get the game we're looking for. But at 46% ownership, he really killed me right here with only 19 fantasy points. So. That was yesterday's, man. Like I said, we taking it light, guys. Be easy. Next week we gonna ramp up. Trust me. But let's get into this Saturday slate. See what I'm liking over here, man. Alrighty. Let's go Saturday. Let's get into it. At the point guard, you see, I'm going Damien Lillard. Here's why I'm going Damien Lillard. One, I feel like he's going to go overlooked in this spot. If you look right here to the top pay up, guys, you got Doncic, Antetokounmpo, Towns, Sabonis, all in the 10K plus range, right? Damian Lillard is slotted right here in the middle, right? 10-3. I feel he's going to go overlooked. People are just going to say, give me Giannis, give me Luka. And I can understand that. Trust me, I can understand that. I have no problem with that if that's what you want to do. Or people going to say, I save $100, go to Towns or go to Sabonis. They be having big performance. I'm going to Damian Lillard. One, because I know he's going to go overlooked. People might perceive this to be a little tougher matchup, but this is the highest total game on the slate. And Portland's favored by 2.5. So it's early in the season. I told you I'm just going to trust what I know and trust what Vegas is giving us. Vegas had this as the highest total game on the slate. Should be competitive. If you look at Damian Lillard right here, he gave you 47 the first game out. And he went 8 for 24. Didn't hit a 3. And gave you 47 at 10-1 now. He's 10-3. Like I said, it's the highest total game on the slate. I guarantee you won't see this again. Damian Lillard not hitting the 3. I look for him to improve his shooting in this matchup. And I know people are gonna be off on one because of the price tag, two because CJ McCollum gave you the bigger game, the first game of the season, and he's a little lower price, so people are gonna try to run back to that McCollum well. But I want to go Dame Lillard, the main guys. I expect him to shoot better here, being at home against this Phoenix Suns team right here. Definitely Dame Lillard is one of my favorite pay up options right now on the slate. And I'm going Dame Lillard. I'm going to get different right there with my pay up option because I have some chalkier plays, and that's starting right here at shooting guard with Chris Duarte for the Indiana Pacers. I don't know why his price tag fell right back down to 3,900. I don't know what DraftKings is doing over here, but the young man, he's seeing 30 plus minutes in each contest, and he's just been very solid. He looks to score the ball. Like I just told y'all with my lineup review, young guys like this are cheap value guards. I look for guys who are looking for the shot, who looking to score. And these first two games, he's definitely been doing that for this short-handed Pacers team. 15 shots, 16 shots. I love that. You see him 9 threes, 8 threes. He's definitely looking to score as the Pacers need more offensive punch outside of Brogdon and Sabonis. So I definitely have no problem getting back to him, especially at this 3,900 if he's going to see 30 plus minutes. Now, he's going to be chalky, so he's probably going to be super chalky, maybe 40% on 50, maybe even more, depends on how the news breaks and the shake slake out. But that's why I got different with Dame Lillard at the top, because I know this play is going to be chalky, and my other play down at the bottom, you'll see when we get there. But coming in at small forward, another guy I expect to garner some ownership, Paul George. 9,800. As long as he's under 10K, I'm going to just keep playing with no Kawhi. He is the man. This is his squad. He does everything for this Clippers team. He can just fill up a stat sheet, man. You see him first game right here. 37 minutes, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 29 points. Very solid of him. He shot the ball well. He's going to get all the shot attempts he wants, man. And this should be a faster paced game going against this Memphis Grizzlies team. You know, Ja like to push the ball, so should be a few more shot opportunities for him. I like getting to Paul George at this 9,800 right here. Coming in at power forward, another guy that's going to be chalky, Scotty Barnes. Same concept with Duarte, man. He's playing 30-plus minutes. He's looking to score the ball. He's involved. He gives you a few rebounds, as you can see here. I don't know why he fell for $500. You saw him $4,500 on yesterday's slate. They dropped him $500 down to $4K. I'm definitely going to go right back to him, as I know a lot of people will as well. But for this price tag and for his role, it's hard to beat, man. So I'm definitely going to get a part of this chalk that's going to be Scotty Barnes tomorrow. That's the thing, guys. If you're going to get the chalky value plays, especially, you got to get different with your pay up options. That's why I'm looking at Damien Lillard here, all right? And then rounding out at the center spot, I want to look at Steven Adams. Like, this Memphis Grizzlies team going to Clippers. Here's why, man. 4,600 for a starting center in a game that I expect to be fast paced. A lot of shots, a lot of rebound opportunities. And Steven Adams played 32 minutes out the gate. I think he's going to be on the court. The Clippers may try to go small like they did the first game, but I don't see Memphis like conforming to that and trying to go small with him. I see Steven Adams being in line for about 28 to 32 minutes. And the guy, he's been like a fantasy point a minute producer going back to last season with this Grizzlies team. So 4,600 fantasy point a minute, a guy's gonna give you 30 minutes. That's simple math, man. You talking about a guy who should project right here for 6x floor, you know what I mean? Especially if he gets the minutes, stays out of foul trouble, things of that nature. But Steven Adams never been a big fouler. Just a nice defensive presence down there, solid rebounder. Hoping he get a few putbacks and can give us a nice double-double at this 4,600, which I know nobody's going to Steven Adams right here. Just another low-own play that I'm on right here, all right? There you have it, man. My starting five for DraftKings: Damien Lillard, Chris Duarte, Paul George, Scotty Barnes, and Steven Adams, all right? Let's go take a look at FanDuel and see what I'm liking over there, all right? Bam. Coming in at FanDuel at the top, man. Staying with Damian Lillard. Same concept, but I think he's an even better play on FanDuel, because when you look at the pay-up options over here, as opposed to DraftKings, where they're all within like $500 of each other on DraftKings, the gap is way larger over here. You look at Giannis, he's a whole 1,100 higher than him. You look at Cat's 900 higher than him. Luka's 800 higher than him. They even got Paul George $100 over him. So I definitely want to get the Dame Lillard. He's my definite favorite play on FanDuel at this 10-1, as he gives you access to the same type of ceiling as these players, all right? And I'm not saying that he can outscore Giannis in a perfect matchup, all things being equal, but he can get you in that vicinity, and that's what you want, especially with saving $1,100, man. All right, I love Damian Lillard in this spot across both sites. Coming in as shooting guard, I want to look at Reggie Jackson. He's another guy, man. Didn't really gave you 28 fantasy points first game out, but he did not shoot the ball well, man. He was I think like 4 of 19 the first game, and he still gave you right at 30 points. You're gonna see 30 plus minutes in a good game environment. I'm telling you, I like this Memphis Clippers game environment. I like the pay. I think the pace should be real good. Should be an overall great game for fantasy points right here. And I want to get to some Reggie Jackson, starting point guard. Going to see 30 plus minutes. I definitely expect him to shoot better. You saw him last year in the playoffs really shoot the lights out for this team. So even if he doesn't go piping hot, I definitely think he shoots better than 4 for 19 in this matchup against Memphis. And at 5,700, I definitely want to take a shot on that on FanDuel. All right. Coming in at small forward. Sneaky value play over here on FanDuel, man. Jay Crowder. I like this Phoenix Portland matchup. I told y'all it's the highest total game on the slate. Another good game environment. And at 3,900, a guy that's going to see 30 plus minutes in that type of game environment, I'd take my chances with Jay Crowder here. And you know he can get hot behind the 3-point line. But he does the dirty work for this Phoenix team, man. He's a defender, rebounder. He plays the passing lane, get you a few steals. You just really want that 3 ball to be falling. He can give you a real ceiling performance. And at this 3,900 right here, I think it's going to be hard for him to hurt you in this matchup right here. Definitely like Jay Crowder on FanDuel. Coming in at power forward, just give me Bam Adebayo in this matchup with the Pacers, 8,100. And yes, FYI, I like Bam on DraftKings too. Little bonus play for you for DK, but right here, 8,100. He's just heavily involved in what the Heat want to do offensively, man. He has some ball handling responsibilities. They run sets for him. You see him get the ball at the top of the paint. He's just so heavily involved. He can really pay off this 8,100 price tag against this Indiana Pacers team. He gave you, 37 fantasy points the first game, and that was in 23 minutes in a blowout. So, you know he can fill up the stat sheet for you. Just another guy. Y'all know me. I love plays who can fill up the stat sheet for you. Rebounds, steal, assists, blocks. They just involved in everything, and Bam is that guy here. I definitely want to take a shot on the 8,100. And coming in at center, I'm going right back to my boy J-Val. Played him yesterday. He was solid for us. Price didn't move much. 6,300. Listen, going against this Minnesota Timberwolves team, this thanks to the second highest total game on the slate. It's another good game environment. And you don't got to worry about him getting played off the floor because Cat is going to see big minutes. They definitely going to want the Joe Val's size to guard Cat. If he can stay out of foul trouble, he could be in line for a big game. Him and Cat should really bang down there. He's going to be closer to the basket. It's called like to play with his back to the basket. He stretches out sometimes, but I expect these two to go at it down low. And when you got a big that's involved with another big who plays around the paint, it's going to improve his rebound rate because he's going to be near the rim on both ends of the court. So I'm expecting a nice double-double from Jonas Valanciunas right here in this matchup. All right, at 6,300, I think that's a great price tag over on FanDuel. So there you have it, man. My starting 5 on FanDuel: Damian Lillard, Reggie Jackson, Jay Crowder, Bam Adebayo, and Jonas Valanciunas, man. Get you some exposure to these guys. Get them in your player pool. You know I'm going to have them in mind. Hey, that's going to do it for us here today, man. And y'all already know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow, all right? Let's go.